Welcome to the deep dive. We've dug into the sources you sent on Teresa Mendoza's unbelievable rise. And today, we're charting that path. How does a pilot's girlfriend in Mexico become, well, the Queen of the South, a major drug czarina in Spain? We're looking at the events, the skills, the big reveals that fueled it all.
It's an incredible story, almost unbelievable, some of it.
Let's jump right in. Culiacan, Sinaloa. The moment it all goes wrong, Teresa's in the bathroom, the phone rings.
And it's not just any ring, it's the sound that means her boyfriend, Guaro, is dead. And she's next.
Because of the song playing, the corrido.
Exactly. Los Tigres del Norte. Singing about smuggling, betrayal, death. She knew, instantly, absolute certainty. Her life, as she knew it, was over.
And in that world, the sources are clear. Violent death wasn't unusual. It
It
was.
was considered a natural death in Sinaloa, yeah. That's the chilling part. Guaro himself, Raimundo Davila, he had that mentality.
And 5 years on your feet.
Would better than 50 on your knees? Reckless. But he was gone, and the only option for Teresa was run. Fast.
So, the escape kit. Guaro had prepared one. What was in it? Survival basics.
Right. First, cash. Stacks of hundreds. She knew instantly from her old job as a money changer.
On the Cali Juarez,
It was about $20,000, enough to get moving, and a gun. A big Colt double eagle.
But the crucial thing wasn't the gun.
No, It was the notebook.
But-
Guaro's brown leather notebook. He'd told her, don't open it unless you're totally screwed.
Trade it for your hide.
That's it. And right there, in that moment of terror, she gets it. The pen or the secrets in that book way more powerful than the pistol.
And the secret inside. The reason Guaro was dead. This is stunning.
It really is. He wasn't just some cartel pilot.
He was DEA.
Yeah, a federal agent. Working for the Americans, Guillermo Rangel. That's why Batman Game, his boss, had him killed.
After a leak from U.S. Customs.
Apparently, an $80,000 leak gave him up. Imagine finding that out about the man you love after he's dead and they're coming for you.
Unbelievable. So what does she do? She has this dynamite information.
She makes a move that's either pure genius or total suicide. She takes the notebook straight to Don Epifanio Vargas.
The Don Epifanio. Big player, politics, business, implicated in the notebook himself.
The very same. It's the ultimate gamble.
Why did it work? Why didn't he just eliminate her right there?
Okay, this is key. Her strategy. She played dumb. The terrified girlfriend, the Mora, who just grabbed the book because Guaro said so.
She bet that he'd believe she hadn't actually read it.
Exactly. She offered him his own secrets back, letting him cover his tracks. It showed him she was smart, calculating even, but maybe not too knowledgeable, not an immediate threat.
So he respects the move.
He respects the move, lets her go. To Spain. It's like that saying, you get led by the rope or it hangs you. She chose the rope, the long road.
And that road leads her to Spain. Act 2, Melilla. A Spanish city, but it's actually on the coast of North Africa.
Right. Tough place to land. She needs work, ends up waitressing in a bar called Yamila, run by Driss Larby.
But she doesn't stay a waitress for long.
Nope. Larby spots something. She's really good with the money, promotes her to cashier.
That head for numbers, even though she only finished 6th grade.
That skill from Cayo Juarez, changing money, it translates perfectly. Managing the bar's accounts, inventory. She just gets it. Logistics, risk.
It's more than just adding up, it's seeing the patterns.
Exactly. The foundation for everything that comes next. And that's where she meets Santiago Fistera, El Gallego.
The Galician smuggler. Hashish, tobacco, running it across the Strait of Gibraltar in speedboats.
Dangerous game. They become partners in business and personally, too. But the local customs police, they had it out for Fistera.
Yeah, the sources mention an officer died in an incident linked to him. They wanted payback.
And they got it. Fistera's boat, high-speed chase, crashes into a rock. He's killed.
But Teresa survives.
Yeah.
And the way she survives is just bizarre.
It's pure irony. She's thrown clear, drowning, and who pulls her out of the water?
The pilot from the customs helicopter. The one chasing them.
The exact same guy she'd seen in a bar earlier. The system hunting her down saves her life.
Only to arrest her immediately. Broken arm, Fistera dead. She ends up in prison. El Puerto de Santa Maria.
But prison for Teresa isn't the end. It's like a networking event, a very dangerous one.
Right. This is where she meets Patricia O'Farrell. Patty.
Lieutenant O'Farrell, they called her. Wealthy, socialite background, but totally ruthless. Her own lawyer called her amoral.
And Patty has something more valuable than protection inside.
Intelligence. A secret. Her dead boyfriend stashed a huge amount of cocaine somewhere. A half ton.
Wow. Half a ton. That's serious capital.
That's the seed money, the treasure, Patty called it. And it's the key to unlocking Act 3.
Transarnaga, snake transfer, the business. Patty and Teresa.
Well, Patty provided the initial capital and, some connections, but Teresa, she was the engine, the operator, the strategist, that common sense, that ability to foresee possibilities.
The sixth-grade money changer, now running logistics for an international operation.
And they needed muscle distribution, so they used Patty's cocaine to get a meeting.
With the Russians?
Yep, Oleg Yasikov, Solntsebo, Babushka, big Moscow outfit. The Russians needed reliable supply lines into Europe for hash and coke. Teresa and Patty could provide that.
It's not just about boats and drugs, though, is it? It's becoming sophisticated.
Oh, totally. Financial engineering, they bring in lawyers, Teo Al-Jarafe, Eddie Alvarez.
And they start moving money offshore. Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, Switzerland.
Using fiduciary deposits. Basically, complex trusts run by third parties in places with strict secrecy laws hides where the money comes from.
Makes it look legitimate, or at least untraceable.
Exactly. It's how you go from street crime to institutionalized crime.
And this detail just blows my mind. The budget for public relations, bribes, essentially.
1/3, a full third of Transarnaga's income went to paying off police, politicians.
Why so much?
Why?
Just covering tracks.
It's more than that. It's strategic. You're not just buying silence, you're buying influence. You're creating dependence.
Yeah.
Officials become reliant on that money. It gave her almost total immunity.
Risk mitigation on a massive scale.
The ultimate form.
Which leads to this weird double life she had.
Yag. 1 minute, she's in Hola magazine, Spain's big society mag, named one of the 20 most elegant women.
And the next.
She's appearing in police reports, living in plain sight, yet operating in the shadows.
And maintaining control required. Ruthlessness.
Yeah.
This concept of symmetry.
Yeah, symmetry. It sounds almost philosophical, but it was cold business calculation.
Like ordering the hits on Cannabota and Sergeant Velasco. Once you set up Santiago Fistera.
Exactly. It wasn't just revenge for Santiago. It was balancing the books, sending a message. You cross Transarnaga, there are consequences. Predictable, symmetrical consequences. Deterrence.
Speaking of consequences, Pote Galvez. This guy is fascinating.
Oh, Pote. Yeah. He was one of the guys originally sent to kill her back in Sinaloa by Batman Games.
And somehow, he ends up as her most loyal bodyguard, her driver, wearing those iguana skin boots.
It shows her genius, right? How she could tone people. Pot failed his mission. He was compromised. She probably leveraged that. His failure, maybe his guilt, maybe just his self-interest, turned an enemy into an incredibly loyal asset.
Incredible. That loyalty is tested, though. Act 4. Things start getting complicated.
Yeah, the empire is big, but it attracts problems. More competition from the Galician cartels.
And a betrayal from within. Teo Al-Jarafe.
Her lawyer.
Working against her with the local judge, Martinez Pardo. And then the personal complication. She finds out she's pregnant.
Likely Teo's child, right? The man betraying her.
It's heavily implied, yeah. Messy and dangerous.
So the final confrontation brews. Don Epifanio Vargas is running for senator back in Mexico.
And Teresa holds the key. That notebook. Guerro's secrets. She agrees to go back to testify against Vargas.
Using the information as leverage. It's bringing everything full circle. But before she leaves Spain, she needs to handle Teo. And this is where we see maybe her most brilliant strategic play, the decoy ship.
Liz Angelita. Okay, explain this again. Decoys are common, but what made this move special?
It was about knowing her opponent. She knew Teo was the leak. So she feeds him specific, plausible intel. The big shipment is on the Les Angelita.
But it wasn't. It was just whiskey.
Tax-free whiskey. Nothing illegal, really. Teo, predictably, leaks it. The authorities swoop in, seize the decoy. They think they've stopped her big move.
And meanwhile,
The real shipment, 20 tons of hashish, sails through completely untouched. Everyone's looking the other way. She used Teo's own treachery against him, against everyone.
that's, wow, next level. Okay, so she goes back to Culiacan to testify. It's dangerous.
Extremely. And sure enough, a trap is set for her. Even with security, it comes down to a firefight.
The sources paint a vivid picture. Rain, the weight of the Sig Sauer pistol in her hand.
And Pote, loyal Pote right there with her. They have to fight their way out.
And they do. She survives. Again.
And in that aftermath, that survival, there's this moment of reflection the sources capture. She sees herself differently.
Like ghosts.
Yeah.
The old versions of herself.
Yeah. The scared girl in the bathroom, the narcos Mora, that person is gone, replaced by who she had to become. She finally accepts it, you know? Life is just a series of hard choices, Constant evolution, often violent.
So, summing up this deep dive, Teresa Mendoza. She takes street smarts, that head for numbers, pure survival instinct, and somehow turns it into real institutional power across continent.
From conquered to conqueror, relentless adaptation.
And it all ties back to that philosophy, doesn't it? Something she read in prison.
Yeah, about Anis, the Trojan warrior, the phrase that stuck with her that defined her strategy, really.
Which was?
The only salvation of the conquered is to expect no salvation.
Expect no salvation, don't wait for rescue, don't rely on anyone else's mercy or loyalty.
Exactly. When she walked into Vargas's office with that notebook, she wasn't expecting salvation. When she was in that Spanish prison, she wasn't waiting for a pardon. You rely only on yourself. Anticipate everything.
So the thought to leave you with, think about your own world, your career, maybe a big project, even a relationship that feels high stakes. Where are you still, maybe subconsciously expecting salvation?
And what happens if that expectation disappears? What skill, maybe one you haven't even recognized yet, would you need to survive or even thrive?
Something to think about. That's the deep dive.
We'll see you next time.